Good morning. Here we are, top of the rising, over here on the West Coast, 9:30, and we're back to disputing. So we're gonna send out some CFPB complaints right now, and we're gonna send out some OCC complaints. So if you guys have anything derogatory, this account that I'm disputing right here is a charge-off account. So I'm responding to one of their complaints through the CFPB, and then I'm gonna file the OCC complaint.
Don't care. Get it. On something. Get it. And that's it. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter if you're lawyer. Doesn't matter if you're innocent. Doesn't matter if there's evidence. They waited until they had 2 days left of house arrest because you can only hold me 6 months without charge. They had 2 days left and then charge. You could never be bigger than the judicial system of a country. The Matrix will not allow anybody to do that. No matter what country, you could take the most backwards country, let's say that country, backwards land, which is a complete shithole. But as soon as you're bigger than the judicial system, you're a national security threat. So nobody can be bigger than judicial systems. So I understood that. But I understood I'd done nothing wrong. I didn't think I'd really attracted, I knew I attracted attention, but I'd been quite big for a while at this point, so I knew that I'd probably been investigated head to toe. Now, I've been investigated head to toe a bunch of times, I'm sure I have, and I know it doesn't do anything wrong, there's nothing to find. But it is uncomfortable, it is an uncomfortable position, but once, when I went to jail, I wasn't shocked. Not because I'd done things wrong, but because I knew this was, I kept saying it. I kept saying stage 2. Stage 1 has been trying to cancel.
I'm writing in response to Wells Fargo's letter dated December 4th, 2024 regarding my dispute over the charge-off account ending in blank. Your continued refusal to address the substance of my dispute, properly validate the debt, or remedy the violations under applicable leaves me no choice but to escalate this matter. If a resolution is not achieved within 15 days, I will file for arbitration under the American Arbitration Association AAA rules as outlined in your consumer credit card agreement. Additionally, I've been a victim of sex trafficking, which has directly impacted the alleged debts in question. This information necessitates additional protections and remedies under federal laws and states. I urge you to review proceedings where debts were deemed invalid under the extraordinary circumstances, key issues and legal grounds, failure to validate the debt, statutory violation. Under the FDCPA and FCRA, you are required to provide adequate validation of the debts and ensure the accuracy of information reported. Case law, Saunders vs. Branch Banking and Trust Co. The court held that failing to report a debt as disputed is inherently misleading, violating 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2B. You've failed to validate the account to address specific inaccuracies I previously highlighted. Action required. Provide full documentation, including original creditors' records, payment history, and precise steps taken to verify the account. Without this, continued reporting constitutes a violation of the FCRA. Impact of sex trafficking on debt validity. Proceedings. Debts incurred under duress, coherence, or through fraud relating to trafficking are often invalidated. In Doe vs. Debt Collector, courts have acknowledged the extraordinary circumstances and dismissed claims against trafficking victims. Legal basis, federal law 18 U.S.C. 1595 allows survivors of trafficking to seek damages and avoid debts incurred as a result of coercion. You continued reporting of this account ignores these protections. Reasonable investigation not conducted. Case law blank. Johnson vs. MBNA, American Bank. The court emphasized that furnishers must conduct a reasonable investigation upon notice of a dispute. Your failure to address material discrepancies I raised constitutes a breach of this obligation. Damages sought. Boom. $9,000. Boom.
So I made a song, I wrote some lyrics, and the guy I thought would be called Mike, I'm not my talented. They talked, blah, blah, blah. I made a song in 2.5 hours. And I started releasing these songs I made in 2 hours, and it was just to spite that guy. Just to teach him a lesson about how speed works. It's funny because
all this makes sense. Does all this make sense? I want y'all just tuning in, man, and not making sense. Alright, this phone's not big enough for that.
But yeah, they're like an hour, 2 hours.
I really need my iPhone, man. Alright, there we go. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Peace and blessings.
From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bang, millions of views, done. And he's still talking about it now. He's probably still talking about it today. That's probably the thing that exists. Comes out tomorrow. Be ready.
Any questions, Tim? Any questions? I know y'all are typically used to me just coming up here and providing value. But this is for y'all, man. This is for y'all to see how I dispute, how we're, been able to discharge over $1 million in debt. And I want to dispute live with y'all, man, so y'all can see the results of our clients and stuff.
Is that my crime? Maybe I did love them. Well, we're not together anymore, so what? I pretended? Who's that I pretended?
This is my life right here, man. This is what I find peace in. I find peace in just grinding, man. Just working on something that's better than me.
I pretended to love girls to make them do TikTok for money. Please listen to this. That's the case against me. I pretended to love girls to convince them to do TikTok to give me the money. The girls themselves have said that's not true. But they throw away their statements and keep them as victims in the file. That's how insane this is. And they're saying you convince them to do TikTok by pretending you love them. And the reason all this garbage has come up is basically because they chose some girls I know who have TikTok on their phone. And here I am, being trafficker. The level of insanity is crazy, and there's so much more I could say, but unfortunately I'm in Romania, and I have to record in Romania, and I have to respect the Romanian judicial system, and I have enough faith that the judge is going to look at this and say, well, this is crazy. He's not human trafficking. But yeah, you get so big and they come for you and they come to attack you. So it's scary. And if they're going to do what they've done to me purely because I know girls with TikTok, I'm sure you know a couple girls with TikTok. I'm sure you guys at home know a couple girls with TikTok. Watch out. If you go to the police station and say, I know someone who stole a car. What car? I can't tell you what car. There's no car. There's no video. I can't tell you the registration, nothing. But I know he stole it. Does that person know that you have to steal the car? Like, okay, so you can't do anything about the car, there's no video of the car being stolen, no cars being reported stolen. You're just telling me they stole a car. No, go away. It's just this one particular crime.
Alright, for me, if y'all are just tuning in, we're just going through disputing some accounts. We're disputing our charge off right now. So if anybody's got any questions, definitely feel free to drop down below. I'm following a CFPB complaint.
It's possible. I believe in personal responsibility for men. I don't think that's a gender argument. One of the easiest ways that people, especially in the modern world today,
we just filed a CFPB complaint. Next, I'm gonna file an OCC complaint. How many of y'all are familiar with an OCC complaint? Drop a 1 in the chat box if you guys have heard of the OCC complaint. I decided not too long ago, I might as well just start showing y'all how I dispute. It's also gonna make me make sure I'm disputing daily, a lot more. So daily, I'm gonna need a video like this. Daily, you guys gonna get a video where I'm coming and educating you guys. And then going forward in 2025, I'm gonna be having about every other day featured guests. Yes, officer, controller, currency, correct. So I'm gonna show you right now that complaint. But daily, I'm gonna be, collaborating with other entrepreneurs, other people in the credit space, other people, in taxes, other people in insurance, other people with, so many different things that I'm gonna be bringing forward to you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna be headed to New York here on literally in 2 days. So I'll be there the 10th and the 11th in New York. So if you guys are in the area, definitely feel free to reach out. But above all else, right now as well, we got $500 off of my personal mentorship, so that'll allow you guys to work directly with me. We do 2 calls a week, and on top of that, you guys will get assistance from me and my assistants in terms of disputes and on anything that you may need disputed. And then you guys will get up to 100K in personal and business funding once your reports meet the requirements. And above all else, you guys will get access to our systems, my operations, And you know, the biggest thing as well too is the community, man. We got a great private community, and I'm adding together a course specific for the mentorship as well. So let's hop into the OCC.
So when my dad came, my dad comes off the boat for a couple hours. I haven't seen him in nearly 6 months. I said, oh, and my mom said, I hate the way they cut his hair. My dad, and I said, yeah, they cut my hair off. And my dad lost his temper. He said, what the fuck are you doing? You raised my sons to bitches? What the fuck are my haircuts? I leave you here with my boys. You talking about keep telling me to worry about my hair.
Let's see.
And they grew up to men don't care what their hair was like. My haircut's stupid. I'm like, well, no, Henry, it's just she cut it wrong. And my dad was like, listen, I trust you with my boys, and you fucking cut their hair off. So that's some big argument. So I only see my dad for 3 hours at this point, about 6 months. They got a big argument. My mom kicked him out of the house. So he left the house, right? So he went to the hotel. And then the next day he called me. He goes, I can't come to the house. Your mom doesn't want me there. Come to me. And I came to him, and we went to the hairdresser. And I was only 12. So this is a traumatic experience. I cried my eyes out. I don't know why I cried. I was upset. There's some people that like this. You learn when you're older. You're going to understand when you're older. You're going to shake your head. And I was like, I don't want to shake my head. He goes, listen, you're 12. You're a kid. Nobody cares right there. I mean, send me on the thing. I might shake my head. When I went home, my mom went fucking crazy. This is the story she recited to his death about how crazy my dad was. This dad, Henry's crazy. He made him shake his head. He's so crazy. That is so crazy. But when I shook my head, my dad said, listen, you're going to grow to a man and you're going to learn. There's so many things that society expects of you, and so many things that people expect of you, and so many things people are going to care about. And the last thing on the list is going to be your haircut. I'm not going to give a solitary thought. I'm not going to have you be raised if your haircut matters. So people always say, I got my ball. About 3 or 4 years ago, and I was remembering this story. So after this story with my mom and father, my mom went nuts. My dad was crazy. He went back to marriage. So I sold 3 hours after 6 months because of this haircut thing. Because he was so principled, didn't give a shit. So I was sitting in a hairdresser, and I was waiting for the guy in front of me, and he had his haircut. And the guy in front of me, he goes, oh, finished. He goes, oh, excuse me, can you just a little bit here, and then talk, just a little bit, and then talk, and here, and here. I'm sitting there, and I'm showing my father, I'm like, you kids, a millimeter? Well, you're ugly anyway.
Any questions, fam? Any questions?
And he messed around for like 10 minutes stuffing his hair. So when it was my turn, I sat down. It wasn't my normal barber.
Any questions? What are y'all disputing? What process are y'all going through, man?
Like, I'm a millionaire, kickboxing world champion. Who gives a fuck about my hair? I haven't had hair since. You just shave your head. I shave off it. I could grow full hair. I shave your head. Yeah, I do, yeah. You just prefer to be a bald head. I did it at that day, and ever since I've just been like, oh, this is easy. I can go anywhere. Shave it off, shave it off, shave it off. But that's an example of my father would destroy his relationship with my mother to try and teach me interesting things. And I have so many examples of that. Their biggest arguments were almost him being too principled about me and Tristan, and my mother trying to be like, Emery, that's crazy, or Emery, let him go to sleep. Emery, he doesn't want to play chess. Emery, sometimes my dad was like, no, but he was going to be this way. He has my name. So, through his house and go off.
My guy, Mr. Elegant says, I'm trying to secure the party creditor process. I sent a final notice of intent to sue, but they haven't did anything, sadly. That's not so much a question for me, brother. I don't really cover that, especially here on the channel. Now, if you were in the mentorship, we can give this some more guidance, but I like to keep that more private. You know, other than that, I would guide you guys towards USFL, high frequency radio, but I like to stick with what we know best.
But that's what goes through my brain. Because if I was excitable, wow, we're winning, and you'll give me more, wow, that boom. That's the end of the game, right? You can't be excitable. There's a time and a place when you're with very, very select people in very, very private environments to be excitable.
Alright, so we're gonna follow this OCC complaint with y'all.
Talk too much, get happy, and
Alright.
it's fine to start action wrong, but
So this is what it looks like right here.
really start analyzing risk reward. Especially in the modern world, especially look at me now, right?
Customer complaint form, help with my bank.gov.
Imagine the bullshit. That's a risk. I had to analyze the risk, have a conversation with all the girls in advance. They really all have their own separate bedrooms, but operate extremely professionally. CCTV on the phone. I couldn't just be some jackass. Let's all just go get drunk and everyone get drunk and sex back. You have to be pro. You have to be professional about things. And the sloppy guy wouldn't have done that competition. He's going, hey, look, I don't girls, I don't booze, I don't money, And I'll just say to you, look, if you know things, even though I don't do anything wrong, but if you know even who I associate with, you know things, then you have to learn. Why is it easier to just don't know? Then you go, all right, so let's just, I'm working. What's work? What's work? Project. You're on a jet. It's on a jet, right? So I keep certain things from them because it makes it easier than them having to worry about alternative or what. In the event of whatever, or if we break up, then what, right? So I'm very careful of that. I'm very, very careful who I walk around as well. Like if there's randomly went home in New York, me, Tristan, my cousin, we were just very good to go in focus. So this is one night that we just, a couple times, like, Luke went to go, hey man, I'll message you. We'll be sitting in the same room one time. People. Loose lips sink ships. Doesn't matter if you're doing nothing wrong. So be careful who you're talking around. They listen to shit. And the more they record shit. And you know what? Even if it's a 0.1% chance, but what's the upside? Like, there's no upside. So why take the 1% chance? There's reward. I'm very, very careful. And especially with women, not because they're necessarily malicious. Because women in general don't have to worry about certain people talking about in terms of professionally. There's a whole bunch of beautiful, smart, great women out there who just don't like, they're just Instagram everywhere they go, and throw out keys, and if she's too close to your circle, it's an end to get. And you gotta be careful. And it's amazing whether it's the 1970s Soviet spies or the 2022 mafia, when they want to get a dude, it's a chick. You either send a new chick, or you watch his old chick, or you find his girlfriend, even at 1900s day. Let's say I was walked by the police. They couldn't find him. Who's his girl? Betty's going there. Betty needs some sex. Put a car there. Every time. Every fucking time. You go keep this shit in order. And the women I associate with have enough respect for me to go, okay, I don't know. Fine. Just, I love you, love. When they arrested El Chapo's girl, did she say I know her? Oh, it was a chef. Some shit. I'm like, it's just perfect. Perfect. She doesn't even know lie anymore. He's a chef? No, he's a chef. 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 I don't know. He got a chef. So, and it's actually interesting because a lot of men want to brag to women because we want to show status. So you want to sit there and brag about all the good things you do, but there is a downside to that. There is a degree of downside. I was in Moldova. No, I was in Constanta, Romania 9 years ago before I moved here. And I was in a club, and I was the only foreign person in the club. And there was 11 out of 10 Moldovans. The most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. And I went over and I tried to talk to her, and she said, yeah, I only drink champagne. I didn't have that much money. I said, I only drink champagne. Well, I finished drinking tonight. It's very nice to meet you. I couldn't afford all champagne, but it's fine. I was like, I said, I'll finish drinking for the night. It's very nice to meet you. What's your name? She said, that's it. Left, whatever. Next day I came, I saw her on this table, champagne show. Next table, champagne show. And while she was doing all this, we were kind of catching each other's eye, looking a little bit, da-da-da. And a couple times I caught her at lunch, Constanta's at the beach now. I caught her at lunch, I spoke to her a little bit. And she kept asking me for champagne. I said, listen.
Alright, from the y'all see, we're using ChatGPT to make things way more simple. We already got the letters drafted up. We had to scan the reports, for the responses. Then we enter in the client's personal information. Keep it simple. I already read over the dispute, so I'm not going to read it again. I just had to basically reword it to basically fit the characters.
She had on her phone a system. So she'd meet you, you buy her drinks the first night. You go a separate day, the second night, you buy her drinks. Third day, she said a pre-decided already in her notes how you live far away and she can't fall in love again. She'll live with one man her whole life. She falls in love with you, she's gonna have her heart broken, and she's scared. And she'll ghost you for 3 days. Then eventually after begging you get her back, she wants to come, but not on her own because she's scared. She wants to bring 3 friends, and she'll go to this restaurant, she wants to drink this champagne. Boom. A commission. And she'll show me her Facebook message every dude, playbook, every fucking guy, one after another, every night of the week, all this phone for paper. She's the only guy who can champagne. I didn't tell her that. My ass is probably.
I love the question. 1 second. Let me get to that. Let me finish filing this, and I'm gonna get right to you. So, all right, Sharon Turner. Thank you for the questions. So my guy, Miss Elegant said, should we file complaints and disputes with the mindset that we'll have to sue them or go through arbitration? I mean, no, that's worst case, not even worst case scenario, but worst case scenario. A lot of times we're getting deletions way before even arbitration, especially if you send out that pre-arbitration letter. But before you send out any pre-arbitration, let's even talk about arbitration, we got to put them on notice. Go through, use ChatGPT to scan through and find any inaccuracies on your credit reports. Go through annualcreditreport.com and get the free reports. I was successful in removing my student loan in 2021 with Nell and Mohela, due to me living with multiple sclerosis, and ADHD, and they set up a 36-month time space. They told me for 36 months. As long as I did not get a loan out again in 36 months, they would forgive it. By the 6th month, it was discharged, loan forgiven. That's beautiful. That's amazing to hear. I'm grateful for that knowledge. Also, my doctor just had to fill out a little form. It was done. That was beautiful. So a lot of people, especially if you know a doctor, can get that done. So she got a student loan removed by stating she had multiple sclerosis and ADHD, and they set up a 36-month space where they told me for 36 months, as long as she didn't get a loan, they would forgive it. That's beautiful. So that even goes, hand in hand with the sex trafficking letter that we're drafting up as well. The thing is, there's no way to tell whether or not someone's been sex trafficked or not. So boom, there you have it. OCC right there. You just file and play through them. There y'all have it, man. There y'all have it. It's about time. Oh, it is game time. It's game time. I'll put it on right here. I'm on the screen. Right here, we go.
So I'm going to focus on not getting hit and hitting him. I may not get enough now. I don't need enough. I've won. Win clinical chess. Win, pay it. Win, pay it. Your work is boring. 100 bill, whatever. 100 bill, whatever. Boring. Cool. Next, win, whatever. He's really smart. So I like Mayweather. He's someone I've always looked up to and I really respect.
I love the questions, though. Keep them coming. Or the feedback.
That's a really good question.
I'm here for it all.
It's kind of difficult now in the world because
Eagles games on. My brother playing. Typically I'd be there, but I missed my flight yesterday. I got a flight yesterday, but over here in the city that I live in, it's super small town, right? In the Washington area. And I don't have my car up here, so I take the bus everywhere. I honestly love it. Brings me back to, Earth. Grounds me for sure, as I'm used to just catching one flight to another flight and just being able to drive and go anywhere whenever. But here I catch the buses and stuff. And it's always snowing too, so I really don't need a car up here. I'm not trying to drive in the snow personally, so yeah, I've been catching the bus, and the bus driver literally drove right past me. He literally drove right past me as if he didn't see me. And it was raining too, like 34 degrees and raining. So I'm like, yo. And there was another hour to the next bus, so I was like, yo, I'm out of here. Missed my flight. But it is what it is. I'm about to go to Phoenix today for about 2 days, and then from Phoenix I'm gonna be going to New York.
COVID-19.
So game's about to start. I got a loan right here. We good.
So I respect the comment. Anyone who's out there doing what they have to do. There's no such thing. I know I have a lot of money, but there's no such thing as shameful work. If you're a man and you're getting out there working,
Do you discharge in your mentorship? If so, is there a limit of debts you do based on the how many accounts? No, it doesn't matter how many accounts. If you're a part of the mentorship, we're gonna walk you through step by step each account and getting that account removed. Yeah, we do. We help you, and then we also obviously give you the steps that you can take. But what we're helping with is just extra disputes on top of what we are on top of what you're already sending out as well.
However, I believe that power structures are set up in such a way that the president doesn't truly have it.
So it's like a double whammy. You're disputing along with us disputing, and then we have 2 calls a week. It's game time, man.
I've sat through 4 U.S. presidents so far. They all come with very interesting ideas, and then the men with the black suits and the briefcases come and explain to them how things are done, and then they leave, and I'm still here, and nothing moves. Proven understatements. And I think for this reason, winning a vote is nice to say ha-ha to the other side. Winning a vote is nice to say, look, there's still some common sense in the world. There's certainly a morale boost for the actual skin and bones and the actual blood and grit of how it would change society.
They established the running game as well, Lewis, and among
I
those.
don't want to be suicided. I am absolutely not ready.
I'll probably just do the first quarter with y'all, man. First quarter will be here. So we're disputing some more accounts. So let me show y'all what we have going on. How to go through and scan this report for any derogatory accounts. It's got these 3 accounts right here. So I'm gonna do now is have to scan through the consumer reports again, and specifically with
self-implode and self-destruct their own gas prices, their own governments, their own businesses, their own populace's living standards. Because of some idealistic notion that they need to help a nation that they have no direct link to. If I'm a leader of X country, I should
having to look for any inaccuracies right now.
I'm concerned about the flight of whatever country. That's my duty and job. I think it's very interesting that most politicians in the world today don't seem to give a shit at all about these constituents. They care about aligning themselves to higher ideologies and self-imploding their own countries and the living standards for this ideology. Putin doesn't do that. It's Russia first, Russia. Russians, Russia. Russians, Russia. And for that, I respect him. Most other countries don't do that and won't do that. But I find that very, very interesting about him. I think the current situation is absolutely utterly unfortunate. I think what happened is terrible. War on all sides is always terrible, unbearable. I think it's unfair that we discussed Ukraine at length when it's been happening across the Middle East and Africa for decades and nobody ever gave a shit. But now the people seem to give a shit about proxy wars and unfair conflicts and people dying. It's always been happening and nobody cared. It's because they're brown or black. But now we care because they're white Europeans and their chicks are hot. So I think there's a degree of hypocrisy there. He's certainly not the bad guy everyone's saying he is. He has a point, and his point is logical and it makes sense, and he has a point to defend. And I think that to a degree he was forced into making use of his day. I'm glad you asked that because when they attacked me, when the Matrix attacked me, they said that I purport misogyny and I believe in chauvinistic principles and all this absolute garbage. And when they said that about me, I understood it's very important that I create a list and explain to the world exactly what I believe. So, without looking unprofessional, I've written it down. I would like to actually say I've written 41 tenets of thing I believe in, and if you hear any that you disagree with, 41 tenets. Interesting. If you disagree with any of them, I'll love to hear feedback on. So these are the 41 things I believe in most. And before I read out this framework, it doesn't matter if you are a Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, weak or strong. I think if any man lives true to these tenets, they're going to have a fantastic relationship with life, and also they're going to be a good force and good influence for people around them. And I think that all in all, they're going to enjoy their experience, their human experience, and the people close to them will also enjoy their presence. So that's what this is about. These are 41 things I believe. So here we go. I believe that men have the divine imperative to become as capable, powerful, and competent as possible in this life. I reserve my human right to hold my own beliefs and practice them as I see fit and allow other people the same right to believe and act as they wish. I prefer loving, rewarding, consensual relationships with beautiful, positive, and virtuous women.
Oh, shit.
And I each has our own unique and important strengths and abilities. I believe
That boy brought the heat.
to protect and provide for important people in their lives. I believe that
Any questions? Let me see. My guy James, we disputing right now. Peace and love, brother. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. CJ Gardner Johnson just laid the stick on him. So with the sex trafficking, we've been using that in our letters to get a lot of accounts removed, and it's been green, man. It's been going well. Question number 2: with all these privacy hacking being done to us, we should be able to get all this negative stuff off our reports. Is that correct? Yeah, definitely is correct. I'm gonna draft up a letter right now with the Privacy Protection Act.
I believe that all men have the sacred duty to become men of upright and virtuous character and live above all possible reproach. I believe it is incumbent upon me to ruthlessly identify my own weaknesses and limitations, and I eagerly work to overcome them and become more capable in all realms. I seek to improve my personal freedom to think, act, and live true to my masculine imperative in all ways. I believe each man has a procedures. I affirm the importance of endlessly improving my mental faculties through diligent work, study, and practice. I believe in acquiring wealth and abundance.
Check out this letter I'm about to drop down for y'all right now.
Those I care about. I believe in the merits of healthy competition. We constantly encourage all men to seek out competition to improve themselves. I believe that masculine brotherhood is essential to men's mental health, happiness, and success. And I relentlessly encourage men to meet together.
Why do they have Cooper the Gene returning punch?
I
They're
maintain the
tripping.
trust of my brothers through reverent silence.
I gotta throw my brother back there, man. They tripping.
I believe in honoring my ancestors and living in a way that will make most of them proud.
They giving bro way too much credit
I
now.
reserve the right to administer difficult rites of passage for our young men to allow them to earn the rank of manhood. I affirm the importance and need for travel.
Recently got 3 accounts removed off my reports, but they reported them back on. Bank is confused on how it's fraudulent. The agreement was flipped and the promissory note swapped. The fact that it was removed, you know, I would look to file arbitration right away against the reporting agencies in that company as well. All your old info from your personal phone numbers. You definitely can remove all info, but it's not needed. It does help though. No audio. Somebody called me. Let me know when y'all can hear me. Somebody was calling me.
I believe I have an imperative to only spend my time in a way that I determine is beneficial, uplifting, and empowering to myself and others. I choose